Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Along with Piggy. Now I'm over here where we ended our last episode with the gears and the water wheel, and we're going to get started on building the building that goes around this. Now I've got my little makeshift oak tree farm over here. Get some of these saplings. And I've been collecting a lot of oak wood. Wow. And most of these trees have been growing. They're pretty small, but these two finally grew into giants. Ooh, that's going to be fun to try and chop down. Lots of wood, though. That's good. But the first thing I wanted to start out the episode was, I don't actually know if this is going to work or not, but I have collected a ton of emerald ore. Well, not really a ton, but I think close to a stack. And I've been using my silk touch pick on it, because I was trying to save it for when I got a fortune pick. Now what I don't know is, if I can run when I'm not hungry, eat some food here. What I don't know is, when you hit the emerald ore, okay, so 50, I don't know if when I attack it with a fortune pickaxe, if it's going to give me extra emeralds, or if I'm going to get 50 emeralds. So, I figured I would start this out by breaking all these emeralds and finding out, does it actually give you extra emeralds? Or should I stop wasting my silk touch pick, and whenever I see emeralds, just go ahead and bust them up? So, let's see, we started with 50. Let's just go ahead and do some of that. That'll be, there we go, that's half. Okay, so let's see what happens. Now, we're definitely getting XP. I don't know, is it me or does it look like it's really dropping extra emeralds? Now what I didn't do was leave an empty spot on the hotbar to find out. So let's see, we just broke 25. Whoa! So it does work. Nice! So, if you see emerald ore blocks, and you don't have a fortune pick with you, leave them alone or go ahead and silk touch and save it. Oh man. This might be something new for 1.8, because I could swear it didn't work like this before. But that's cool. This is going to give me some currency, so when I start messing with my villagers, I'll be able to actually start buying stuff. Man, that's nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff in my little house over here, and then I'm going to meet you back over at the water wheel. So I'm on my way back to the water wheel. But I noticed I have some tall grass over here, and I remembered something. Not too long ago, when I was out adventuring, I kept noticing a really weird glitch. Now watch. If I hit the grass on the second block of a too-high, tall piece of grass, it just breaks. Well, watch this. This is really weird. If I break the bottom, do you see that? Here, I'll do it again. It's like for a second, when the game sees that you break the grass, it's like it glitches, and it makes it a flower. It's really weird. Just the fun little stuff we get in Minecraft. So, last episode, we built these gears that went to our water wheel, and luckily between episodes, it hasn't rained. Why do I say luckily? Well, because if it started raining, all this stuff would start to rust. So we're going to need to build a structure to cover this and keep it out of the weather, to keep animals and people from getting in there and getting hurt. So I have run through the little collection area I had over there, and I've gathered up some materials, some cobblestone. I've got some spruce wood, and I'm going to start working on the walls. Now, some of y'all may have noticed in the last episode also, I left this strip of dirt here between these two pieces of foundation. And you probably were thinking, Piggy, what are you doing? Why are you leaving dirt there? Well, that's because the wall I'm going to build, it's going to fill this area in. So I figured, why waste cobble or another material? We'll just leave it dirt and we'll cover it up. Nobody will know. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start working on the first level wall on this section. And this is going to be kind of a weird build because the build that I made in Creative, I had to change a few things to make the gears fit in there well. So I'm not quite certain how the walls are going to work out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build the wall that goes right here. I'll probably build about half of it. Then I'll come back on camera and I'll start building the rest so you can watch me build it and see how I'm doing it. And I'll try to explain a little bit more of what my plans are for this structure. So I'm going to get started and I'll bring you back in just a second. Alright everybody, and here's the beginning of the first floor wall. Now let me come over here and show you, just so you can see what I'm talking about. See how close the end of this building is going to be to this mountain. And this is what I was talking about in the previous episode about creating something, but not paying attention to the land that's going to be around it. So I'm going to have to eventually figure out a way to get this hill to somewhat look natural and not obstruct the side of the building. I may do some kind of a retainer wall, something with some stone and some wood, kind of like, this area was hollowed out and a wall was built, so whenever it rains, this dirt doesn't try to wash down. But over here, I'm going to add 2 more sections this way, just so I can clear the edge of this, because inside is going to be a balcony that goes around the second floor, and I want to make sure that the balcony doesn't run into whatever that is. I don't know what to call that. The little thing that the gears pivot on. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to use cobble stair, then a stone brick, then a stair, and then a chiseled brick. Now chiseled bricks are cool. This is something that was added in 1.8. If you're playing before 1.8, and I don't even remember if this is in the other versions, then you'll have to find it in a jungle temple. That's what it is, a jungle temple. But in 1.8, they finally made it where you can craft these things, which is so cool. So you just make some half slabs like that, and then you stack 2 half slabs, and look at that. Chiseled stone. Awesome. Now I can finally build with this stuff, because finding a jungle temple is so impossible, and when you do find it, there's only like 3 or 4 of these in there. So I'm going to add a stone, stone wall, cobblestone wall, yeah. And then we're going to come up 2 spruce woods, and then dirt. And that's right, what I like to call a dummy block. We're just going to stick that there so we can build around it, but no one will ever know it's there. And that's fine. I'm going to do like that with the stairs, and like that, and join them together. Now, you can see how I kind of did this pattern. We're going to do 2 upside down stairs like that. And then I'm going to put a regular stair on top like that. Oop. Dig our way back down. I thought I had my shovel on the hotbar, but I guess I didn't. And there you go. That's all there is to that. All there is to that little section. And you can see where right in here the foundation does not extend out all the way. And actually, once I build this out, it looks like I'm going to have to dig this pit out some. And that's okay. That's just poor planning on my part. But the reason why I haven't really done the outside yet is because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this water. See, I don't want it to be a square. I want it to look somewhat like it's a bit of a natural pond. Maybe it's been here for a while and the water's kind of worn it away a bit. I'm going to eventually dig it where it kind of goes out into the main river, because if this water was really flowing, eventually this would fill up and it'd just spill out everywhere. But I also want this structure to look like it's got a strong foundation. So as long as there's water up against the foundation, I'll need to be able to see that. So I think once I get the building done, I'll work on the exterior, the groundwork, and maybe some trees and flowers and stuff. And when we do that, that's when I'll finish off this outside. So for now, we'll just ignore the fact that there's dirt here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this wall and bring it around a bit. And then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what the second floor is going to start to look like. And here I am inside the structure. I went ahead and brought the wall out and dug out the foundation, went ahead and finished that. So that looks like that's going to be the shape that we need. And over here, I've got a piece of stair just to make it look like a bit of a brace for part of the gear that comes through here. And that part, remember, that attached over to the water wheel. And you can kind of see from here, yep, more hidden blocks. But from here you can see something sticking out here, and I added those there. That's going to be braces for the roof, and this is the balcony I was talking about. Let's come over here and look at it. Now I put a ladder up so that we can get up here much easier and quicker. And it's just temporary. We'll put something else here later. But see how I've got a balcony running around here? It's going to go all the way around. And from the balcony, you can look down at the gears and make sure that everything's working fine. So, over in this area, I'm going to put up some posts. And then we're going to put some wood up on the inside. It's going to be oak wood. That's why I've got all these trees growing, and boy, have they grown. That is going to be fun to try and tear down. And not fun in a fun way. So, here's the design that I'm going to use for the inside. Now, right now, it's not going to make a lot of sense because there's still a lot of pieces missing. But what's cool is I'm going to show you parts of this, and then as all the parts start to come together, it'll make a picture. Not literally a picture, but you know what I mean. Everything will start to make sense. So I'm going to put these like this. Oh, there we go. This is a little tricky. I probably could have done this a different way and it would have been easier. But it's just, I really like the contrast between the thickness and the post. See how that's thick? That's a little thinner and then thick again. So it breaks up the monotony of seeing a bunch of the same shape. I'm just going to bring this all the way down. I don't know what I'll do there yet. We'll just leave that for now. Whoops. Sometimes that happens. Break that up. There we go. And I'll come back and finish these in a minute. But I'll show you what this looks like from the outside. So we can see the bottom looks like a solid structure, a solid wall. And up in here, we're going to be able to see into the building a little bit. And it'll be really cool to see at night because you'll be able to see light through there. And from back here, we can kind of see one of the gears. So I think it's going to look interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish these windows. And I'm going to finish the railing on the balcony on the inside. And then I'll come back and show you what I'm going to start to do with the roof. And there we go. That is my roof that I've decided to make. Now, from up here, I think it looks really cool. And here's another mistake I made. I built all this in Creative. And in a Creative world, you can fly around and you can see from all kinds of angles. But, as you can tell, I'm pretty high up in the sky. Let's go ahead and jump down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oop, boy, I love these boots. Whew, just let you run through the water. When I get down here, it doesn't look the same. I mean, it looks okay, but it almost looks like too much. And it can be a little frustrating sometimes doing that. You come up with an idea, you really like it, you try it out, and then there are just certain things you didn't plan for that kind of monkey wrench it. And I haven't finished this side because here again, like I said, kind of poor planning. I had to move the gears around a little bit on my last episode. And so when I went to put the roof on, it didn't line up the way I wanted it to. So I'm kind of having to make the roof work with the shapes that I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off finishing this side of the building until I extend this out into the structure that's going to go right here. Once I get this built and I kind of understand how the two structures are going to be together, that's going to help me understand how to extend this roof line out and make the walls all look uniform and like they belong together. Now I do plan on putting some kind of a staircase in here and here so I can get up to the balcony, because right now I'm just using my little dirt pillar and my ladders. So I think as far as building is concerned, that's going to be about it for this episode. But there's one more task that I want to take care of. I have got a lot of dirt that I'm going to have to dig out and reshape. And, I don't even have one. I have gone through, I don't know how many stinking stone shovels. Yeah. I've been tearing them up like crazy. And it's getting annoying building them. And they dig really slow. Well, hello, Mr. Sheep. Where'd you come from? So, I want to build me a diamond shovel, and I want to enchant it. Hopefully, I'll get a really good enchant, like a efficiency or an unbreaking. That would be great. And then, I'll be able to dig like crazy, like pigs do, because we just love to dig in the dirt. Here's some sticks. There we go. And I'll be able to do it well. So, I'm going to build us a digging tool. There we go. Take a little nap, because that just, oh man, making that shovel wore me out. So, and let's see here. Lapis Lapulis. There we go. And let's see. We're just going to do an enchant here and see what we get. Oh, I don't want to enchant steak. What would I enchant steak for? So let's see. I'm breaking 3. And, I did that wrong. I always do that wrong. Oh, heck yeah. Efficiency 4 and breaking 3. Awesome. So that's pretty good. And some of y'all might have noticed how I've got local hosts showed up. Yes, I did open a LAN, and yes, I did go into creative, because what I was trying to do was fly around in the air. No, I wasn't cheating. I wasn't giving myself a ton of diamonds. I was flying around in the air because I wanted to get a good vantage point to show you the roof. There was one up there, too, that I was standing at, and I may try that next time. Maybe when we get everything finished, I'll show you from that angle. But like I said, it's kind of unfortunate the way that this went together. But y'all tell me in the comments below what you think. Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's too, complicated? Do you like it? Let me know. And speaking of letting me know things, this is the project I want y'all to work on for this episode. I want you to start to close in the gear system that you've built for the water wheel. You can pick whatever style you want, make whatever sense or nonsense you want. You can make it whimsical, you can make it logical, however you want. Do it in your style. Take pictures of it, send it to me on Twitter, and I'll try to tweet out every picture I can. I'm really glad that you guys are sticking around to watch these shows, and guess what? Next episode is going to be episode 10. That's right, we've actually made it to double digits. I'm so excited. I did not think I would be able to last this long, but I have, and that's cool. And I'm glad that you guys have been along for the ride. So, I think that I'm just going to take a step up here with my cool little shovel and show you with my shovel. Yeah. And I don't know what else to say. So I guess I'll say, I'll see you next time.